Welcome back to Views from the 50 NFL podcast, where we provide coverage on all things NFL. I'm your co-host El Jefe, and I'm joined here by my fellow members of the SFN crew. How's everybody doing tonight?
What's good, baby?
What's happening? New week 3.
We here.
Sure.
We here.
I don't really think there's anything exciting to talk about after today's news, but I'm sure we'll touch on that a little later. Everything's a little quiet on this side.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
Who's laughing? Who's laughing? Who's chuckling?
You look a little upset over there, but yeah, you're right. We'll get into all the misfortunes and
God, shaking
unfortunate
their
events
heads.
of the NFL week 2 going into week 3 season. But let's get right into it, man. We had the Falcons, Seahawks, and Giants make comebacks for the ages. And I saw Riddler out there throwing dimes. The Seahawks got him in overtime. And the Giants, I don't when's the last time we've even seen a comeback like that? I mean,
I think they had the year. They mentioned the year was it was like over 30 years ago, something like that.
Wow.
Giants history. Yeah.
That's
I mean, when I
that's just
seen
incredible.
Joshua Dobbs run that, it was like 25, 30 yards. Yeah, the scramble was like, oh yeah, it's over. Don't even. It's not even
That
worry
brother,
about the Giants this season.
brother was, man.
No, he's moving. He was getting it done, but then the Giants decided to wake up and finally play like they're part of the NFC East. So good for them.
I was shocked they even came back.
Yeah, I thought it was over. I was
I'm
like,
just
oh
happy
yeah,
they hit
it's
that
over
field
for these
goal.
boys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm
Saquon Barkley's done though, so hate to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll definitely get into that for sure.
Oh.
But, I mean, the Seahawks also they did what they had to do against the Lions, which really shocked me. I did not see that coming. But then when I look back on it last year, Geno did it to him last year, so why not again this year? But and the Falcons too, man. Shout out Riddler for real. He's really getting it done out there. I like what I see. I don't know
I
about
think
y'all, but I like what I see.
I think the Lions, they just needed a little bit of humbling. Not to say that I haven't been rooting for the Lions. I don't think anybody's rooting against the Lions, but it's very exciting. Dan Campbell has those guys charged up, but every so often you need a loss that humbles you and gets you back to where you need to be. So I think the Lions will come back tougher after a situation like that. I mean, the Detroit Lions. I mean, sorry, not the Detroit Lions. Seattle Seahawks. They've been there before. Pete Carroll's got those teams ready to play. Geno Smith obviously has been counted out before, so that's kind of like a situation that he kind of loves to be in. So Detroit just needs to know to put teams away. You know, that's what it boils down to. I think Dan Campbell will have his boys ready for the rest of the season. I don't think it's too much of an alarm. I don't think alarms need to be set off in Detroit yet. But that's obviously an eye-opening loss, especially allowing a team like that to come back. So I think that's something good for Detroit. I think it'll be good for them.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of getting humbled, Denver again takes another loss to the Commanders, who start the season. I mean, commanding their way to 2-0, and Denver falls to 0-2. So, I mean, we know what's next. I mean, I don't know if y'all looked ahead, but if y'all don't know what's next for the Commanders, the Bills are coming to town, and I think that 2-0 start is gonna start looking down. So
17-14. I'm calling it.
Here this guy goes.
a final score prediction for the Bills versus the Commanders.
17-14.
Who has the
Who
14?
wins?
17-14.
Yeah,
So
who has
actually, I'll reconsider. You know what? I'm going 24-21. Washington.
See, we knew that was his squad.
24-21 Washington.
I figured that too. He was
We knew that was his squad.
heavy. He was on
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
it was only a matter of time.
It's kind of like a baby reveal. It was Sab's reveal, which is there at the Commanders.
Yeah.
The balloons popped burgundy and gold. There, there it is. There we go.
Wonder how many picks y'all gonna have this weekend.
Here we
Speaking
go.
of
See,
picks,
you're
man,
you're first of all, we're not gonna do that. This brother just tore his ACL. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep our off the air conversation off the air, but we're not doing that. Some of the reporters, they a little crash. We need to obtain a little taste because we're getting a little out of line. But we'll
Had to make it.
Commanders. Yeah, Buffalo might be in trouble, man. The Commanders are good. The Commanders are a really good football team. They're resilient. They did what they needed to do.
I mean, it's
What it
really
look
just
like?
going to depend. It's really going to depend on the offensive movement as well as the defensive play calls as well. And defense is actually going to have to come to play. Everyone's going to have to be booming on all cylinders and paying attention. Because it's not going to be, like I said, you also got to think about for Steph, he's coming home. For him, he's going to have a lot of people there. So it's going to be more so a bigger game for him. I don't doubt anything less than 100 yards from him personally. But it's going to be tough game for them because, like I said, Bills defense I feel like is not fully sharp, but they're sharp enough that Washington's going to have a problem, in my opinion, contending in certain areas. They're going to rely a lot on their play action, in my opinion, and hopefully get Scary Terry open a lot more. But because he's been very quiet the last couple of weeks. I mean, last week he had that one catch through those two defenders, but other than that, it was just like still fairly quiet in my opinion. But once again, we'll have to see, and it's just going to depend on matchups and everything like that.
One thing the Commanders are doing well this year, they have a very balanced approach. Like they run the ball pretty well. They give a lot of rushing attempts to the running back Robinson. They pass, they have a pretty even share of rushing and passing. So it kind of keeps defenses honest. You can't settle on the pass or the run, I think that's attributed to the success so far. You could say they beat bad teams, but I don't know. They look decent, they didn't look terrible out there.
Denver, a bad team?
They were a team that's supposed to have a really good defense. Their offense still has a lot of holes, in my opinion. But
yeah,
so
I feel like they're unoffensively talented to a certain extent. You got Javonte Williams, and then you got Jared Judy, who you kind of hope
are not
to be that
producing.
one receiver, but hasn't really been able to perform. It's still always kind of been number 2/1 Cortland Sutton that always ends up getting the shine. But yet again, it's never enough that you can put him in that number one role, in my personal opinion.
Man,
So,
can't stay in the field.
exactly.
And that's the other problem too, yeah.
Jared Judy has what? Has Jared Judy even played this season yet?
Not yet.
Yeah,
First
he
game
played. He had
coming up.
three.
Did he play last game?
Receptions for 20.
He
Yeah,
played
he had
last
3
week?
receptions for
Okay.
25 yards. It's really, Mims had two catches for 113, and then
But
Cortland
it's really
Sutton as
it's really on Russ. I believe he only threw the ball like 18 times, maybe 19 times last time. You can't get it done with 19 attempts in this league.
No, that's
Passing league,
completions.
so.
He threw 32 times.
No
He had,
attempts.
no,
Yeah,
he had 32 completions.
32.
32 attempts. 32 attempts.
Okay.
He had 19 completions. Yeah,
19 completions.
So,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
fair.
But to your point, they probably were already down at that point. It's like, all right, we had to play catch up. So that's where that comes in.
Started hanging
He did
him.
throw for 3 TDs. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
They play the Dolphins this week. So good luck to Denver playing those 2-0 Dolphins in Florida. So good luck. But let's get into some teams that are having some real bad luck. Talking about the Vikings, Chargers, and Bengals, all falling to surprising 0-2 starts. And then we got the Vikings and Chargers that get to meet up this week and duke it out for who's going to be potentially 0-3, barring a tie. I can't believe this. How do we feel about these? What do you call them? Justin Rivers?
Justin.
Are you? Let me.
Yeah.
I want to know, Tommy. Are you surprised about this Justin Rivers being 0-2 with our old OC?
No, because when you look at what Kellen Moore did in Dallas, and then you put him in the same position with a high-powered offense, a high-octane offense. In overtime, there was a clip that showed, when they had their first drive, realistically, he ran basically 3 verticals, and you put Justin Herbert in bad situations where, you're not drawing up any plays, give receivers open. You're just hoping that they're getting up and down. They're basically not, drawing up schemes. You're just, all right, let's send them on go routes, and let's see if Justin Herbert can hit somebody down the field. And that's not how you win football games. Look at the difference. Not to make this about Dallas. Obviously, everybody knows a Cowboys fan, but look at the difference in the way the Cowboys run their offense versus the way that the Chargers are running their offense in, situational football. They're not able to capitalize on moments that they should. Losing in overtime. It's just like, what are we doing here? You have the talent. You have Mike Williams. You have Keenan Allen. You have Austin Eckler. You have Justin Herbert, arguably a top 10 quarterback. You know what I mean? There's no excuse. But, the league's going to see why Kellen Moore is Kellen Moore when the Cowboys getting rid of him. It's like, oh, it's going to be, that's going to be the demise of the Dallas Cowboys. No, it's going to hurt Justin Herbert. He's going to get the yards. but when the games matter, he's going to be put in bad positions. So,
But I honestly think that's a mixture of Staley and Kellen Moore, because Staley's a trash coach at head. He needs to go regardless for them. The way he coaches the team, the way he's approaches men in general in that locker room is just not working for them at all. So they got to figure something out with that. I don't see them losing this weekend against the Vikings because the Vikings are worse, way worse. But man, in general, it starts with those two, and they're slowing that team down. They have too much talent on both sides of the ball to even beat as bad. So they'll get it. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
I think a big difference is Austin Eckler. I don't know if he's going to play this week. I think he was listed as a non-participant at practice this week, but they never established the run last week. Joshua Kelly was never able to really, get the ball moving. He had a good week in week 1. I think that was a career day for him, but him being the main guy, he still never really established the run. And you can't just pass in this league, even if you are Justin Herbert. So I think that they have to work on establishing that run game, to beat Minnesota. And they have a terrible run game too. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, and the Bengals, man, they won't have it easy this week too because they have to play the Rams. I know they'll be at home, obviously, but the Rams beat them last season. And
They've been playing good.
For what it's worth, they've been playing great.
No.
It's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
After last season, I mean, so
the Rams just took
two of these teams could still be 0-3.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, two of these teams could easily still be 0-3. Obviously one of them will most likely be 0-3 between the Chargers and Vikings, but it's incredible. But man, speaking of about all these injuries, let's tackle some injury updates. Anthony Richardson, he ended up going out with a concussion, and he apparently remains in concussion protocol from the last thing I saw. I don't know if you guys saw anything different, but man, is this the next Cam Newton? How do you what's going on here?
Don't do him like that, man. Don't do him like that. That's crazy. I blame Jonathan Taylor 100%. That's the one person I blame for sitting out because he knew who they drafted, knowing that he's a running mobile quarterback. You're supposed to be that 1-2 punch to at least help him move forward. After money, at that point, just try to help him out, with the running game. I knew when they didn't sign him back, he was just going to be a crash dummy. And it was going to happen. But I don't feel like he's no Cam Newton. They'll figure it out. But just so he doesn't go down that path. But I still feel like it's Jonathan Taylor's fault, 100%.
Well, can we blame Jonathan Taylor for wanting out? I mean, I think his situation was, like all the other running backs who kind of, sat out this summer for a bit. He wants to get his money. I believe he was a 2nd-round pick. So that way he doesn't have the whole 5th-year option thing. Fortunate, but the man's trying to get paid. And, a team could trade for him and then pay him, but I don't think the Colts are trying to pay that man, like no matter what.
Yeah, Jim Irsay is one of those guys. Jim Irsay is one of those guys.
Yes.
And to be fair, when I saw Anthony Richardson, I was like, it looks a little Cam like he runs a lot, real physical, Florida boy. So
6'4", what you expect him to run like he's 6'4".
I'm just saying. I was just making. I was agreeing with Hefe a little bit. The comparison. But no, we can't just do that right away. But no, it's unfortunate. And to your point, Wayne, you are right. Jonathan Taylor was supposed to be the assist right there. You know what I mean? Help cultivate that man. Gardner Minshew did come in and fill the role properly. He was able to get a tug as well. So the Colts did end up winning. There's nothing wrong with that. But speedy recovery for that guy. We never want to see any CTE developed anytime soon.
We know what it can do to you.
Shout out Antonio Brown.
Oh, man. Wait, Richardson isn't playing this weekend?
He's not.
They haven't officially ruled him out yet.
I was about to say it said he was a participant limited. If I'm correct, from when I checked his.
I mean, two is 2-0.
Protocol. I think there are just certain steps he has to take.
Yeah, he has to pass. He has to pass concussion protocol by tomorrow. But then again,
on Friday,
I don't think it probably won't shoot. Now I gotta check my lineup.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But speaking about people checking their lineups, if anybody has Bryce Young here, they better go ahead and sit him out because he is not expected to play against the Seahawks this week. So,
why would you have Bryce Young on your lineup unless you're in a 16-team league?
Let's go, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is stepping in.
Yeah, Andy Dalton might air it out. He just might.
Yeah.
What is it? The Red Raider?
Hey, if Andy Dalton is starting, Adam Thielen's gonna have 20 plus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen will have 20 plus on fantasy if Andy Dalton starts.
So we know what the prop bets are for this week.
Uh,
Shout out Sav for the prop bet. Take Thielen.
I'm gonna be
What's
real.
up, this
If,
plus?
if,
What's up, this
if,
plus money?
if the game was in Carolina, man, for sure. But the game's in Seattle. It's not the same Seattle, but their defense is still good at the end of the day. So their
Woolen's
corners
looked a little sloppy to me though. I'm
So
not
far.
gonna lie. Woolen has
far.
not been giving me vibes like, yo, you're
I know.
What's up,
This
bro?
second year, sophomore slump. But they still got some
like,
leftovers. It's gonna show. I can't see
up, bro.
I got him for like 214 and like two picks. You know what I mean? I can't see it. So
2 picks in what?
Two
One
picks.
game?
2 picks. Andy Dalton, absolutely. Yep.
Oh,
He is.
I thought you were
he'll-
saying
he'll
Woolen
give
was
one
getting
up.
2 picks.
He'll-
I was about to be.
He'll give 1 or 2 up. We've seen it before.
Yeah, he
We've
lays
seen
them
it
up.
before.
Yeah, but speaking of Andy Dalton though, man, Joe Burrow, where he used to play, he's also on the injury report right here. He's got a little calf injury. He's day to day. They're continuing to monitor that situation. So the Bengals very well could start 0-3.
Yeah, we're not worried about Joey B. We know what time it is. We starting the season off tired. Just did some things in the summer. We got to catch up. We got to get back in game shape. That's all that is.
I got them
Like
winning
James
without.
Harden.
I got them winning
We got
without
the
Joey
fat
B.
suit on. We got the fat suit on. Just got to loosen up our muscles. Maybe catch a massage somewhere. Let's highlight the Sean. Let's see what's going on. We in the same state now. We talk to your best masseuse. Massage these injuries out real quick. Let me get to the cat. What's going on, man? Talk to Deshaun.
Masseuse in Ohio and Deshaun, nah.
Cleveland and Cincinnati, they're right there. Make the phone call, get the cash massage, loosen it up. Let's get everything taken care of. Cincinnati's going to the playoffs. We know what's going on. Just gotta loosen up real quick. We had a long summer.
I
Just
see
partying.
them winning their first game without Joey B.
Nah, he's playing.
Yeah, I believe he'll play. I think he'll get it together and play. But speaking about somebody who
Come on,
didn't
Macaulay
end up
Culkin, get
suiting
it
up,
together. You ain't home alone no more.
Macaulay Culkin.
Speaking about somebody
the headband.
who did not suit up, Saquon did not suit up for Thursday night football. So I believe he's expected to be out a couple weeks. So that's really going to hurt the Giants going forward. I don't know if they'll win a game without him. What do y'all think?
Darren Waller show.
But
Darren Waller show. Yeah, I mean, and that defense has to wake up. I think once their defense wakes up, because they're not slouches on defense. Once Kayvon Thibodeau finds a way to get all them boys to rally around him like they did last year towards the end of the season, and they made their mini playoff run. The Giants defense just needs to wake up because Brian Daboll, excellent coach, arguably coach of the year last year. You know what I mean? I think that the Giants just need to rally around their defense. Daniel Jones needs to get a little bit more comfortable again. Obviously, after the first outing, he was sacked, an infinite amount of times. I think now he's got his bearings out there after beating Arizona. I think they'll be okay.
Okay. All right. And then we had Nick Chubb, who also got injured his knee. He's done for the season. That messed up one of my season-long parlay bets that I had. So I can go ahead and throw that one out the window. Thanks. Thanks, Steelers.
Whoever that player was, he needs to be suspended. That was such a.
I don't think it was on purpose, man.
Bro, just the angling of the tackle, bro. Who are you tackling? That was all shoulder, bro. It was all shoulder.
For people like him and Derrick Henry, it just has to happen. I played corner.
What do you
happen.
expect him to use to tackle him?
I expect you guys to make a straight tackle. That's what I expect.
It's
proper technique.
That's just like not
proper
like,
technique.
Man, let's be very clear. Nobody wishes injury on anybody. It's a part of the game.
Yeah,
you want him to get run over?
Like,
proper technique. Proper technique is all I ask. Proper technique.
Proper technique trying to tackle Dick Chubb.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that? You see that right there though. That's the statement.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. I love Nick Chubb. Pause. It's not pause. Never mind. We don't need to pause that. But
I don't know why you do that.
I just heard the Chubb and I was like, that's crazy. However,
it's a wild guy.
Yeah, I mean, like You got to bring him down somehow. It's like running into Adrian Peterson. I'm not doing that. I'm not running into Derrick Henry. I'm not running into Jerome Bettis. I'm not. But Nick Chubb, that's really unfortunate. One of the best in the game.
It is. Same need too as college. So it's tough.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Speaking of other unfortunates, we have Austin Eckler also on the injury report, and they're very mysterious about this one. They say sooner than later, no timetable. Like I don't even know what's going on with this guy.
My man collecting that 1-year check.
And does anybody here have any insider information? Like, I'm trying to figure this one out myself.
Collecting and getting out.
Mm-hmm. Got to
be.
Is that
LA?
Yeah, he's out of LA. Exactly.
Who do we know has celebrity connects? Wait, Trey, aren't you connected? You were connected last season.
I mean, if I was, I can't reveal that, so I would lose my
He's choosing to remain silent.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to release the insider information on Austin, and it is what it is. So let's go get into illegal hits with Logan Thomas, who still, from my knowledge, hasn't showed up to practice. I don't know if y'all saw that hit in that Denver game, but that was just it was an unfortunate sighting.
Now, Sab, I would agree with you there because that was a dirty hit. That boy launched himself at him. I would agree with you on there. Talking about hits that are dirty, Sab, I agree with you 1,000%. I know that's your guy too. It's your team.
Huh?
What? The Commanders.
The Commanders. Was it left hand up where the Commanders is now? The song goes?
That's the one.
Come on, Shab. I know it's
I don't know it, so as a Cowboys fan, you should be appalled to know that.
Well, I know what's going on. You got to friends close, enemies closer. That's all it is. You know what it is.
I don't know it, so it's tragic.
Good man. I thought those were you. We said we had a little reveal earlier.
What reveal?
Your team found out that
team. We found out.
I thought we all agree. I thought you was
Wait, what?
We figured it. Now you want to play?
He's going to go get some milk. That's what happened. The father went to go get some milk. That's what happened.
Yeah,
he did.
We found out.
He did that at DC.
Commanders.
I never deemed the Commanders as a team. That was just the pick I made. I don't understand. I thought we were making picks. That was what we were talking about. That was just a prediction I threw out. I'll predict y'all game right now too.
Hey, look, what did they say on Maury? Commanders. He is not a fan.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My grandfather's a fan, but not me.
Shout out to your grandfather.
I'm an NFL guy.
Well, let's get into another guy who had another concussion, Devontae Adams, but he seems to be back at practice, so everything seems to be all well for him, unlike Logan Thomas, who I'm sure Trey or Sav is begging to come back.
Better turn his head to the side.
I'm bringing up your Commanders again.
I'm not a Commanders fan.
That's your team, though, whether you like it or not, bro.
I'm so confused.
It's over for you. It's over for you. You should never. You agreed with us earlier.
I never agreed to anything.
He actually didn't say anything. He just remained silent.
I didn't hear this.
He just wasn't paying us any attention.
We had the reveal earlier. I thought we, popped balloons. We saw burgundy and gold. He got DNA test or something. I don't know, man.
So Saquon Barkley told Amazon apparently earlier that he suffered a high ankle sprain against. Just want that to be reported via fantasy.
Hey, it's crazy you changed the subject, but it's all good.
What a
turn of the ages.
Are you a Giants fan?
I just told you I was a news reporter.
Insider information. All right, we found out who's the Connect this season.
Reporter. It came in hot on the press.
Sav is the Connect.
Well,
where the owls at? Where the owls at? That's what we need to find out. Where are the owls?
Oh man, speaking of breaking news, man, Trayvon Diggs suffered a torn ACL and now out for the season. Not even in the game, man. This is the most unfortunate situation. I don't even know how to feel right now.
You know how Cody Rhodes would feel?
Oh,
Be like,
Oh,
Dallas, what do you want to talk about?
here it is. Brother. This
I just want to
gentleman
know. I
tore
just
his
want to know.
ACL.
Let's talk about it. Let's
You
talk
want to turn
about it.
this
That's all I'm
into
asking. I'm just
sir?
asking to talk about it. Nothing
that's
crazy.
fine.
Now, when
Well,
I
you
said it
know
earlier,
what?
I said that
You-
there's certain reporters that are a little crass.
I'm just asking. Let's
Hey,
talk
well,
about
you know what? You know what I would tell to one Cody Rhodes? I'd tell him, well, let me talk to you.
it.
Yeah. And then I'd tell him,
It's
we'll be okay. Because Gilmore came in, he'll take over that number 1 position, and who's ever at number 2 will strap down. And matter of fact, it doesn't even matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because Micah Parsons is about to step up big time. I'm talking about him right here. He's coming. You think you have 2
Pause.
seconds? Now you got 1. Now you
Pause.
got 1. And you better pray you get that ball out
Pause.
because the defense is coming. Pause.
No, that was
You
an
okay? Are you okay?
That's inappropriate. I agree
I'm
with that.
feeling
was-
great.
You know
Nah,
what?
it was
What I'll say for the short term, it sounds great. Like I mean, you guys are playing a couple of teams that don't have receivers for the next couple of weeks, so it's understandable. It's gonna look good, but for the longevity, I think you might have to look out into the pool for somebody at least that's comfortable, for that position and can hold it down outside of Gilmore. Gilmore is tough. Don't get me wrong. He played for the Patriots. I still like him. He's a dog at corner, but he's older in age, so y'all still need somebody else that can still hold it down back there in the DB room for you. You know what I mean?
so
That's
I
it.
will say. No, sorry, I will say. I mean, we have. I'm not going to say that Diggs is replaceable because obviously he's. I'm not going to say he's a complete shutdown corner, but he has shifted from just going for picks and biting on passes. I think this year he took a couple steps forward as well. But we got guys. Jordan Lewis came back this season, so we haven't really seen much of him on the field. So we'll probably enter him a lot more. We have Deron Bland, who came on last year as well. A couple interceptions, similar to or a la Trayvon Diggs as well. And then we have this young kid Eric Scott, who we may be able to mix into the fold as well. But I do agree with you. We may have to look out into the pool, see what we can do, and also to Hefe's point, the front 7, especially Micah Parsons, potential defensive player of the year, they have to get involved. We have quarterbacks. We can't give quarterbacks a lot of time because we got Jalen Hurts twice, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, we have these guys we got to play. Even Mac Jones. Not even to say. I know you're shaking your head no, but I mean, the Patriots don't look bad.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. There's a lot that the Cowboys are gonna have to deal with as far as receivers going forward. So and quarterback. So we're gonna have to the front 7 is gonna have to really lock in. But we're gonna see. Speedy and successful recovery, Trayvon, please.
Get back on.
Just got paid, man. It's a good thing got paid though.
Yeah, that is
Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Matt Stafford. Jesus Christ.
Happy he got that paycheck, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets back on that field soon. Successful and speedy recovery for sure for one Diggs. But yeah, let's get right into the next thing. Tampa, man. What a surprise. Baker Mayfield has his team rising again against Justin Fields, who fell to 0-2 to start the season. And now he's got to take on Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce looks to have a girlfriend now, and one Taylor Swift.
I'm not doing this.
Hey, man. Congratulations. Jason Kelce revealed it. A little love bomb.
His brother let the world know what was going on. He confirmed the news.
Travis Kelce moving into the limelight even further. Look at that. Shaved his beard, got the policeman stash. We know what's going on, Travis. We see it. We see the footage.
And now he's back on the football field, potentially about to tear up the Bears and make them go 0-3.
Trav looks like he wants to laugh so hard, but he's not. Wayne was already laughing. And
yeah.
Sav said the OVO boys. He told Drake to write a song about Taylor because we kind of know that he was. Was Drake and Taylor? Wasn't that like a thing for a little bit too?
What?
Wasn't that Drake? Wasn't that Aubrey and Taylor? Wasn't that some old work or something?
No, you mean
Wasn't that rumored too?
Drake made more money off of her song than she did in 30-second
Oh,
ad for iTunes. Yeah, you talking about that time?
I didn't know, man. Drake
Copy.
is everywhere.
Something that Pusha could never
Aubrey's
do.
everywhere.
Copy.
Here we go. Hey man,
Oh
I'm
man.
just saying, Push is a better rapper. That's all I said. He's a better bar for bar rapper. That's all I said.
Asked about rapping ability, so there's
Huh?
nothing. We're not talking about rapping ability. That's all. I want to get it mixed up and confused.
There's only one GOAT. He's from Marcy Project. There's only one GOAT.
That's not. We're not getting into this one.
No, we're not.
Absolutely.
That's J to the A to the.
That's just
Y to the.
I'm gonna shut you down right now.
Sorry, don't mute me. Don't mute me. Don't mute me. Don't mute me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just gonna kick you out.
Oh, I'm not trying to get
everybody say goodbye to Tommy for these final.
Come on, man.
Final
Don't.
topics.
I'll be the first boot of our existence.
That would be a wild time. A wild time to be alive. But now let's go ahead and get into some power rankings, fellas. Man, I clicked up right here. This is let's see, whose power rankings do y'all want to use? The NFL's power rankings?
Sure, let's do it.
Like NFL.com, yeah. Chad, what do you got up your sleeve, man? What do you have up your sleeve?
I don't have anything up my sleeve.
Nah, that's a face of mischievous.
Nah,
Mischief.
The NFL got the Chiefs number 1, Eagles number 2, 49ers 3, Bengals 4, Bills 5, Cowboys 6, Ravens 7, Jets 8, Dolphins 9, and Jags 10. That's what this latest thing says. We need it. There's no way that can be.
You sure? Because the one I see on NFL has San Fran first, KC second, Eagles third,
That was
Cowboys
the initial
fourth.
one.
Yeah.
All right, run the list for me, Wayne.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got San Fran first, KC second, Philly third, Dallas fourth, Miami fifth, Buffalo sixth, Baltimore seventh, Detroit 8, Jacksonville 9, and New Orleans at 10.
Yeah, okay.
And the Jets at 11.
Yeah, I got it now. Yep. At week 1.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's an interesting lineup.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can completely agree with everything that you just ran down on this list.
Yeah.
Where do you?
Where's?
I don't think anything's wrong with San Francisco at number 1. That makes the most sense. San Francisco.
Well, I didn't necessarily say there were discrepancies up in the top, 5. I think.
Where's the love for the Falcons? Honestly.
Yeah, I think the Falcons should be in this top, and
Who are the Falcons better than though? Are they better than Detroit?
I think they're better than the Saints. I think they're
better than the Jets.
Better than the Saints and the Jags. I think.
No, not the Jags. The Jets for sure. I don't know about the Jags.
For sure, they're definitely better than the Jets. I don't know why they're lower than them.
I mean, you have the Jags. The Jags lost what they beat Kansas City, right? Or they lost Kansas City. They lost Kansas City in a close game.
Mm-hmm.
And then their first. I mean, it's hard to count against Jacksonville. I mean, who was their first? Who's their loss to? I mean, who's their win? Who's their win against?
It's Houston. Oh. I think it's Houston. Yeah, I believe it's Houston. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Houston.
I guess we're at 9. I guess that's pretty much on paper. I mean, on paper they are.
Jags beat the Colts week 1 and lost to the Chiefs last week.
Colts.
Okay.
Yep. It was AFC South. Yep.
So I don't think they're top 10.
Saints are 2-0 without Alvin Kamara. Their defense is still going to be pretty solid, and with the addition of Derek Carr, an actual quarterback. I mean, they're maxing out, especially with the Chris Olave kid. I mean, I don't know if Atlanta's better than them. I do like the fact what you guys are saying. Atlanta is playing higher than what is expected, obviously, with just Desmond Ritter and Bijan Robbins and Bijan.
I think the reason that Atlanta's not higher on this list is because both of those games were at home, and they're waiting to see how they fare on the road. that might be the
That's
the
fair.
thing.
Yep, that's fair.
And I could see
That's
that
fair.
actually being the reasoning behind that. But I'm still kind of surprised that the Jets are still up that high now
Same.
that, especially now that Aaron Rodgers is, as we know, is out. So for them to still be at 11 is definitely surprising. I know we said we're talking about the top 10, but that's a surprise for me.
They should be trending down. Honestly, I can't see them winning this weekend because Zach Wilson hasn't beaten the Patriots at all. It's gonna be bad. So
Don't jinx yourself.
I'm not trying to, but just like y'all wanted to throw Tua on me, with Tua being 4-0 against the Patriots, now he's 5-0. You know what I mean? I can't see Zach Wilson beating the Patriots at all. No, can't see it.
One of those things where Belichick just has his number.
Yeah. Just like how we had all the last few Jets quarterbacks. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
24-17 Jets.
Bet.
Wow.
Bet. Bet. We'll
Trev,
see.
your Ravens are sitting at 7. Your Ravens are sitting at 7. How do you feel about that without J.K. Dobbins?
Probably should be higher. The Ravens should be higher. I really think
Higher?
so. Yeah.
Are they better than the Bills?
Where they at is fine. Yeah.
Are they better than the Bills?
Possibly. I think they're better than the
Really?
Bills.
Are they better than the Dolphins?
Bills just lost to the Jets, man.
I mean, they righted the ship
Against the Raiders. I mean, who are they? Jimmy G. I mean,
All right, are they better than the Dolphins?
They're not faster than the Dolphins. They may be better, but they're not faster than the Dolphins.
they're not fast. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they're better than the Dolphins, but I think they're maybe 2 spots down from the or a spot down from the Dolphins. I'd say that.
Okay, so you have them at 6 over the Bills.
Bills. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
be a little better.
Yeah, because they're not better than Dallas, not better than Philly, not better than Kansas City, not better than San Francisco.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that. That's good.
So who
Y'all
upseats San
y'all
Francisco?
to stay healthy, or y'all Ravens done.
Sorry.
Even with the Dobbins injury, I feel like they're still a good team. Dobbins has never been an 1,000-yard rusher for them. Gus Edwards has always been solid for them. Yeah, I think they'll be okay still. Seriously.
Yeah, Baltimore's pretty much plug and play as far as running backs go. So I can see what you're saying there. It's not bad. So as long as Lamar stays healthy and you guys have receivers. But didn't Odell go down? Or is Odell just not getting involved?
He did get hurt. He
I
did
think
get
he
hurt.
just went to the sideline to cry real quick.
Yeah,
Odell
he was listed. He listed at practice via Fantasy Focus.
All right, Odell, go find yourself a club somewhere in Baltimore, man. I don't know what's really out here, but find something out here. You can get involved. I mean, DC's right down the street.
He can hit up
Nah,
Royal
he need
Farms.
to stay out of DC. You don't need another
DC's
John
where
Wall.
it's
Yeah, he's got to stay out of DC.
at, man. That's where everything is. Come on, Odell.
And Baltimore.
Apparently, rumor has it from the Hollywood scene, TMZ wise, Odell has been seen with Kim Kardashian. So Kim Kardashian may be coming to DC.
Oh, he's definitely gonna be in DC then. He's not gonna have her in Baltimore.
Nah.
Oh, that's for sure.
It's quiet. It's all the way quiet. She goes step one foot in the inner harbor and say, "Oh hell."
Nah,
absolutely, it's over.
Yeah. Or maybe she'll be up in Fed Hill.
Oh,
come up to Wayward. Come up to Wayward. What's going on?
Wild times.
Banditos.
But let's give a little college shout out here. I know this is an NFL podcast, but let's give a little NCAA, a little love, a little shine, like our guy Dion is doing out there in Colorado, man, with his 2 sons. We got to show this man love. What this program is doing, the game that just happened, the game that's about to happen this coming weekend. I mean, this is huge, man. This is big. I know y'all had to see this. Y'all had to see the headlines. Y'all have had to watch a little bit of this. Have you?
Yeah, that was an amazing comeback. And it was all the revenge he wanted. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. Colorado against Colorado.
Yeah, good interstate rivalry. as close as it was supposed to be, honestly, because it's a rivalry at the end of the day. So they fought, and some of the players on Colorado are proving why they're like that, you know. So continued success.
Yeah, no, Dion. He's got Colorado looking like a decent team. I'm not gonna say one of those top tier Power Five schools because obviously those are the big boys. So it's a little difficult to say if they can match up with them. But I mean, hey, you showed the resilience even with losing Travis Hunter for a couple of weeks after the dirty hit. We also got to stop sending out death threats to probably like a 19, 20-year-old kid. Like, relax. But Dion should turn that whole program around. So Dion Shador and Shiloh, kudos to you guys. And those glasses, man. They didn't sell like 67 million or something like that. 6.7 million. That's a big.
Bro, that's crazy. They sold out all the tickets for every game for the rest of the season. First time they've ever done that in school history.
Very impressive.
That shit's nuts.
Prime
time.
Prime time, baby.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, he really turned that place around, and shout out to that program, man. Good for him. Good for everything he's doing. But yeah, other than that, we'll be right back next Thursday next Saturday with another episode. Last week I got yelled at by some people that I didn't give anybody time to say any goodbyes. So for all you guys, you go ahead. The floor is now yours.
Check us out.
Nobody wants to speak. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, go ahead. I was gonna say nobody wants to speak now. Nobody wants to say goodbye.
I thought
no, not
who is Trev? Somebody said, look, I'm gonna give a shout out to Fitzgerald Mofor, running for Montgomery County Public Schools Board of Education. Keep your eye out on that guy. Again, Trayvon Diggs, man, get healthy, man. It's really sad. I'm really upset, but the Cowboy season has to move on. We have to keep going. Stay safe out here. Read your books, eat your vegetables, get your shots up. Wear your ball caps. Let's go Orioles. Playoff run.
Go O's.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. They're out here. Have you got anything to say before we get out? Uh-oh. The boss got something to say.
Yeah,
Hugo coming in. He chimed in. Okay. For the one.
Hugo boss.
Hugo the boss.
Jay-Z over Drake, by the way. On that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I can answer that.
Wayne, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
No rap this way from the West Coast, man. Just, man, stay smooth. And yeah, enjoy the rest of y'all weeks. Make some smart bets this weekend. Don't blow all your money in one place. That's it.
Yeah, make sure you change your fantasy lineups.
That part.
Man said good kid, Mad City.
Trevor, you got anything to say?
I'm all good. We're gonna check this out on next week. Do it again.
Okay. One last thing. I just want to ask one more question. Sav, are you sure you're not a Commanders fan?
I'm positive I'm not a Commanders fan. Where did that come from? We're gonna have to play this.
Screaming for Terry last week. You were screaming for him, bro.
He's in my fantasy lineup. What do you want from me?
Hey.
We just want the
not
truth.
be so loud about it.
Hey, man.
Screaming for everybody like that. I'm sorry.
Screaming for another man is insane.
I forgot. Majority of y'all wasn't in here all day, so they missed me cheering for the rest of my fantasy players.
Screaming for another man is crazy.
I understand.
Wow.
How long it take one person to put together a desk? Question mark.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Yikes. But speaking of yelling players' names and shouting things out, he's talking about those live reactions on Twitch. So you can catch us on Twitch every Sunday for those live reactions. So at Social Frequency, check us out there. And like I said, we're on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Views from the 50 podcast. You can check us out there. Every Saturday, we'll be dropping a new episode. Other than that, catch us next week.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, Tommy Graham might not be here next week. He might not get the email. So I will see everybody else.
Have gang signs down there? I'm a civilian. I'm a civilian. I don't know what type of gang signs. I'm a civilian. I read books.
You gonna throw him hope like we're not going to end this joint with an OVO.
It's not a gang sign, brother. Look. brother.
He said that's not how we do it.
I work at 9 to 5. Okay, I
Just
am a
a 9 to 5.
civilian. Don't worry about what's going on. It's all right.
Okay. All right. Well, we gonna get out of here. I'll see y'all next week. Enjoy Sunday football.
Yes, sir.
All right.